Hey guys, welcome back. It is the off-season episode of Madden 22 with the New England Patriots. We are coming off of back-to-back 9 and 7 seasons. You can see our team ranks there. Not fantastic. We were 9th in points per game. Below average in passing, middle of the pack in rushing, middle of the pack in points per game. Our rush defense was pretty good. Our pass defense, not so much. So we need to work on our pass defense, and we certainly are going to need an offensive lineman or two, as we lost Isaiah Wynn to retirement. And then from there, I mean, we have so many draft picks that we'll be able to pretty much do whatever we want. But we're going to advance week. We're going to re-sign our players. We're going to get to free agency, and we're going to do the draft. So let's see how the offseason goes here. And guys, I would ask, if you could, please drop the video a like. Even if you don't watch the whole thing. And if you don't like it, drop a dislike, I guess. I mean, that's fine, too. That's why it's there, right? But if you do drop it a dislike, just let me know why. If you're not enjoying the content, if you just don't like Madden, if you don't like me, it's fine too. I just want to know so that I can try to get better. So let's look at the retirements. Cam Jordan. Fitzmagic retires. Mason Crosby after what seems like forever. Adam Thielen. Jason Kelsey. Gronk retires. Jason Pierre-Paul. Marcus Cannon. Antonio Brown. Raheem Mostert after only 9 seasons. Jamie Collins retires. Joe Hayden, former first-round pick. Malcolm Jenkins. Geno Atkins. Tyrod Taylor finally retires. Taysom Hill. Blake Bortles. Gio Bernard. Prince Nakamura. Shaq Mason retires, as we discussed. All right, let's see if there's anybody we want to read. I don't believe there is. Yeah, none of these guys I'm interested in bringing back. Damian Harris we signed as a stopgap because we had traded Ramondre Stevenson. All right, so you can see there what we need. I mean, we need a right guard. Let's do our scouting first. Let's get that out of the way. I mean, look at our offensive ratings. I mean, we're pretty solid. It says, well, we definitely need a quarterback. We need a backup quarterback for sure. But otherwise, our offense looks pretty sharp. We need a guard, obviously. And then our defense looks pretty good as well. I mean, I think we've already scouted most of the linebacking groups. Yeah. But now we have the combine scores too. So we'll go through and we'll look for some players with some good combine scores. And yeah, like DeMarcus Herman, Joe Edwards, 4th round pick in the 7th round. Looking for those high combine scores. Oh, we didn't scout any cornerbacks. Should probably do that. Not that we need a ton of cornerbacks, but wow, Cole Lynch, second round pick in the 6th round. That'll be a good late round pick for us. Barry McGee, 1st round talent in the 3rd round. Thad Bryan, 4th round talent in the 7th round. Marcus Smith, a 1st round talent in the 7th round. That is something I hope falls to us for sure. We only have 22 points, so let's look for a. Let's go to guards. It was right guard that we needed, right? Yeah. Well, that's garbage. Okay. So we only have 22 points left. Let's not make a big deal out of this. Let's just find somebody with a good combine score and there. Markel Davis. All right. I got to shut the volume off on that. All right. So let's go to free agency. We have $46 million, excuse me, in free agency. Jonathan Taylor, Fletcher Cox, CeeDee Lamb. Ooh. Eric Hendricks. Bring back Jimmy G. PJ Walker threw for 1,000 yards, threw for like 3,000 yards last year. We're gonna hold off on quarterbacks. We'll probably find a young one in the draft without any problem. We don't need a running back. I don't need a fullback, and we could make a run at CeeDee Lamb. I mean, we've got a lot of good young talent. A lot of good young talent, wide receiver wise. So we may not need. He's got 8 bids. I mean, that's a lot of money. What would it do to our... I mean, it wouldn't hurt our cap space a ton. Gabriel Davis is 25. Jalen Reagor's only a 77. I mean, CeeDee Lamb would be our best wide receiver. Let's see what's available for guards, because that's our biggest need, obviously. Not much. Some old players. John Simpson I'd like to bring in, just because we could use some depth. So 1 year at 363. Let's bump the signing bonus up to 1.5. Sure. Why can I not confirm this? Oh, because I got to do it from there. All right, so we're first on his list. And we've got the money to spend. It probably wouldn't be... And there are no good... Demario Davis, but he's 35. Nobody there. Marcus Peters. I mean, we may make a run at CeeDee Lamb. I mean, why the hell not? I mean, that's the area we needed the most help. So let's take a run at CeeDee Lamb. So 62 point million. So we'll bump his salary up to 12. Let's bump the signing bonus up to 6. Make the offer. So it's going to leave us with $28 million, but we can always back off. We always have Matthew Judon that we can cut if we need to. Because we've got, if we go to our roster and we go to team salaries. In fact, we might just do that now. So if we go here and we go to savings, Matthew Judon will save us $10 million. He's a 71 overall. We're going to go ahead and release Matthew Judon. Cap penalty of $4.5 million, but it'll free $10 million in cap space. And I think that's the only player we want to cut. Maybe Tillery, but we'll save Tillery for now. And see what the draft and post-draft holds. If we can draft a right end that's in his mid-70s, then yeah, we'll cut him. All right, so that's week 1. Let's go ahead and advance a week and see what we get. Can we lock on to CeeDee Lamb? We can. We signed CeeDee Lamb. That's huge. Simpson rejected our contract. Let's do some more scouting. So we're set at wide receiver now. We are completely set. Not only are we set, we can probably use some of the additional wide receiver talent we have to pick up other players for other positions. So we got a 6'6". And I'm just looking at combine grades at this point. Looking for somebody who stands out compared, relatively speaking, like Jackson Gentry, 2nd round pick in the 5th round. 6.7. Okay, undrafted, that's fine. 5th round pick in the 7th. Right end was something I talked about because if I can replace Tillery, that would be good. 4th round pick in the 7th round. 4th round pick in the 6th round. So yeah, so I think Tillery is... Ooh, Luke Myers, 6.9. We'll have to keep an eye on him for the next round. So is there anybody else that we want to sign? So let's take a look and see. We have $40 million left after signing Lamb and cutting Judon. So we don't need Fletcher Cox. I don't think we're going to... Do we want to bring in that quarterback now? Maybe we bring in maybe we run with 3 quarterbacks on the roster this year. Bring in a veteran and then have... bring in a veteran and then have somebody... have another young player just in case. Ben Beach. I mean, he's not a veteran. Garoppolo wants 4-3. Stidham getting an offer from the Atlanta Falcons. You go. Dwayne Haskins, Damian Bonds, Mason Rudolph, Jacoby Brissett. Let's bring in Jacoby Brissett. Let's bump that up to $2 million. All right. Bring in Brissett for 1 year as our backup. And I think we're set on free agency, at least for right now. We can go after the right guard either in trade or in the draft. I think that is the plan here. So we signed Brissett. Cool. We're looking at ends, right? Yeah. Yeah, 3rd round talent in the 1st round. Yeah, there are a ton of defensive ends. We don't need a defensive tackle. That's one of the few positions we are completely set at. Now we're finding some diamonds in the rough here for sure. 4th round talent in the 6th round. But that doesn't mean the AI isn't also finding, these same skill players. This is one of the ones I really want to make sure we get. 1st round talent in the 7th round. Yes, sir. Kickers. We don't need a kicker. We don't need a punter. I don't really think we need we are going to need a quarterback at some point. Like I said, finding somebody. Von Overstreet, he might not be a bad option. Rashard Crawford. Are there any? Yeah, 7th round, 7.4. Sidney James in the 5th round. I think we're set on free agency. I think we are set. We pick up our backup quarterback. We get CeeDee Lamb. And we've got so many draft picks that I think we are set to just go to the draft and see what we can do. So we don't need to look at I guess we can look at the free agency recap, see who signed with who. Jonathan Taylor signed with the Lions. Fletcher Cox with the Giants, Eric Kendricks with the Jets, Eddie Goldman with the Cardinals, Chase Claypool with the Eagles, Micah Hyde re-ups with the Bills, Isaiah Simmons, that's a good one, with the Broncos, Akeem Hicks with the Rams, Gabriel Davis with the Chiefs, Jordan Poyer, safety with the Bears, Sidney Jones with the Cowboys, Sam Hubbard with the Bears, David DeCastro. Okay. Excellent. All right, it is time for the draft. And let's get started. So we have the 16th pick. So let's pause. It's not where I wanted to go. View your draft board. So the Jets have the top pick. This thing still says we're a C plus at wide receiver, which I don't get. Or is that the Jets? No, that's us. Really? Okay, so we need to fill some holes defensively. Sorry, I gotta turn the volume down on my phone here. All right. So we have the 16th to 22nd, and then another pick in the 22nd. I don't know that we're going to make a lot. I don't think we have so many picks. That doesn't even include our 7ths. David Crane. See, the problem is none of the guards are expected to go in the first round. I mean, I guess that's not a problem, but who does it list as the top 100? I think we just sim ahead. I think we're just going to sim ahead. We don't need to go. We don't need to pick first, I guess is what I'm saying. So let's skip ahead. Next pick. The Jets take who? Dante Gaines, a quarterback out of Georgia. Andrew Harris, quarterback out of Texas. So quarterback in the draft. That's good. 4 quarterbacks. So the Bengals pick Michael Richardson, even though they have Joe Burrow. The Packers picking 5th. Take Dante Sharp. Left outside linebacker, David Contreras. All right, let's pause the draft. Are there any defensive players that we absolutely have to have here? Because now might not be a bad time to pause and... Yeah, we need a right end. And we need a linebacker because we moved on from Judon. Okay. So we've got Joshua Alexander, Sean Sutton, Orlando Gooden might be the guy. So let's see if we can trade with the Texans. Let's see if we can move up and get the Texans pick. We want your 7th pick. And we will give you 22nd and a 5th and a 4th. It's close. So a 4th and a 3rd. Almost. So do we want to give up 2/3? Well, can we give up a 3rd next year? First this year, a 3rd this year, and a 3rd next year? No. I don't want to give up the 2nd, but they don't need a linebacker. So I'm going to assume that they are not going to take the linebacker. Okay, Bo Hardison. So it's the Dolphins and the Bills now. What do the Dolphins need? Dolphins need a cornerback, a center, and a quarterback. So we're going to let them pick as well. Dominic Blackshear. All right, so now I'm not going to trade with the Bills. I'm just not going to trade with the Bills. Nelson Benford. Okay, so now can we trade with the Raiders? That's not where I wanted to go. See if we can move up to that 10th pick. I can't imagine it would take a ton to move up 6 picks. I mean, it might. Except I'm going to try to give him the 22nd pick. So give you the worst of our 5ths and the worst of our 4ths. Almost. Okay. So would you take 2 4ths? Almost. All right. So I'm going to give you the 118. And actually, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can give you 150 and 86. So would you take the best of the 5th round picks, 129? No. Okay, so I think it's got to be a 3rd and a 4th. That should do it. I mean, we'll see. No, because it's going to take 2/3 then, huh, to move up 11 picks. All right, what about next? Oops, not what I wanted to do. What about next year's? I'd rather go up next year's 3rd because we'll be able to get more. We'll be able to get more over the course of the year. Almost. Almost. All right, so that means if I give you 70, you'll probably take it. So let's look at next year's 84. All right, so then we're going to have to do 70 this year and... because they don't even want the... okay, so that did it. Oh, wow, it didn't do it. Okay. Almost did it. That was about as close as you can get, so they'll probably take that. All right. So it's now our pick at the 10th pick. And we are going to take the middle linebacker, Orlando Gooden. Ranked number 2 in true value, 78 overall. Let's friggin' go. All right, now let's go to our next pick. Make our selection. And let's look at defensive ends. Yeah, so the ends I wanted are all gone. Okay, so they all went, like, in those 3 picks. So we still have Jalen Timmons at left outside linebacker. We still have Joshua Alexander at right end. So I think we're going to go Jalen Timmons. Speed rusher out of Notre Dame. Or we can go Joshua Al. Yeah, we're going to go Jalen Timmons. Good pick. We drafted him at 16. 76 overall hidden value. So there we go. A couple of really solid picks there. Let's skip ahead in the draft. All the way to 22. Make our selection. Okay, so I think we look at the ends now. Antonio Agnew we can probably get with one of our 3rd round picks. But I don't want to take the chance that he'll be gone. So I think we take Antonio Agnew. He's a 1st round talent here at the end of the 2nd round. 74 hidden overall. That's 3 great picks. Awesome. All right, let's skip ahead now. And let's start looking at our draft board because that's why it's there. All right. I don't want to just look at everything. All right. So Quentin Green, third-round pick, second-round talent. That might not be a bad option. I got a couple of linebackers that are still there. Free safety. That's the pick right there, I think. Andy Mcallister. 5th round draft pick. We need a guard. 3rd round talent, Andy Mcallister. Nice. He's hidden again. 69 overall. So maybe not a starter right off the bat, but 4 great picks here so far. And then there was that. Where was he? Marcus Smith. I mean, we don't need a strong safety, and we probably can get him later. We probably don't need to pick him right now, but I gotta make sure I get him. So we still have one more pick here, then one in the 4th. I think in the 5th round. No, in the 4th round we'll probably take Marcus Smith, assuming he's still there. Quarterbacks, Anthony Farrell, rather. Von Overstreet. Okay. Let's find ourselves a good pick. Jackson Gentry. Yep, we could use another offensive lineman. I think that's probably a good pick. 71 overall. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. So let's skip ahead now. We got a ton of late... Oops, I didn't want to go one pick. We have a ton of late round picks. And I think now is when we take that strong safety, even though we don't really need... I don't want to take the chance of not getting him. Absolute stud. 74 overall, hidden ability, 26th overall, picked him at 118. Let's go. Skip ahead in the draft. And now we make most of the draft picks from here on out. Let's look at our scouted board. Actually, let's look at our draft board. Yeah, we got a lot of players that are late round picks here that we are looking at. So, looks like the quarterbacks were taken. Yeah, we have Von Overstreet left, so we'll probably take a look at him in the 7th round. So we're 5th round, first pick of the 5th round. Julian Brown, a right end. 4th round. Yeah, Julian Brown looks good. Okay. 68 overall. Not great, but... Not great, but that's fine. Draft board. 5th round guard there. Drafted in the 7th. Mello Lowell. I'm looking for... what am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Alex Rush. Let's do Alex Russell. A power rushing left end out of BC. Oh, is it not our pick? Did I not sim ahead to our pick? Oh. They took Joe Edwards. All right. Alex Russell. He's probably going to be another high 60s kind of guy. Yeah, 67. It was an okay pick. Not great. Not great. All right. Make our selection. So we drafted a couple of guards. We've drafted a ton of defensive players. Are there any right outside linebackers left here? No, but we can make one of these guys right. The quarterbacks got drafted. Shoot. That's not good. So we're going to take Gerard, and we're going to make him a right outside linebacker, I think. Okay, good pick. Not great pick, good pick. So the quarterback thing didn't work out like we wanted. So we have 5 picks left. So I think we just run until Rashard Crawford and we take him. He's not going to be very good, but I want to make sure we get a third quarterback. Oh, crap. Okay. Well, that's that. So when it tells you somebody's scheduled to go as undrafted, then you'll let him go undrafted. Oof. All right, so we still got a few players left on our draft board. Antoine Simpson, because we need the right guard. Again, 66, not great. So the end of this draft has been pretty crappy, but first 4 picks were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I think here, assuming that running back is still there, he is. We'll take Sidney James, 5th round talent in the 7th, 67 overall. He's fine. And let's see if... Yep, Cummings is still there, so we will take him. 66 overall. All right. So the beginning of the draft was awesome. Beginning of the first 4 picks or whatever were fantastic. The end of the draft not so much, but the beginning of our draft was just phenomenal. Yeah, the top 3, I think it was the top 3 picks were all potential stars. I mean, these guys are going to be studs, man. Middle linebacker, left outside linebacker, left end, and then Andy Mcallister. He's another one. He was another one who was an unknown player type. So he may not start right off the bat, but that is fine. All right, so now... yeah, we still need a right guard. So let's look for a team that has a need at wide receiver. The Browns. Who do you have at guard? Wyatt Teller. Dave Crane's 22. I want to look at the player card. Yep, Dave Crane. Let's see if we can give up one of our wide receivers here for Dave Crane. Because we've got CeeDee Lamb, Myers, Adams, Lincoln, Giamello, Nance. Lamb, Myers, Adams, Lincoln. So Giamello. I'm going to see if I can get a draft pick out of them too, just because I don't know what the trade value is. So let's see if we can get Crane in a 3rd for Giamello. No. What about straight up? No. Crap, you don't want to give him up at all. Okay. What about... We're stacked at wide receiver. I don't want to say stacked, but we're pretty good at wide receiver now with Lamb, Myers, Adams, Lincoln, Giamello. I mean, we don't... Most of these guys are probably going to end up getting cut. And guys, I will be back in just a second. All right, we're back. And I really want Crane now that I am looking at him here. So, what if we added... What about Lincoln? Does that do it at all? No. Okay. So that's not going to work. Okay. So let's find another team that needs a wide receiver. I mean, I got no problem going back and seeing if... see, they need a left guard too, though. Do they have a right guard? 25 years old. 78 star potential. I mean... Okay. So a 78 overall right guard, star potential for Ross Giamello. I could have gotten more, but I wasn't aware of that. So, all right, so we pick up a solid right guard. Yeah, we're good. Let's advance a week. We'll set up our roster, and we'll call it an episode here. So really solid offseason. Absolutely loved that the first few players that we drafted there. Let's see who gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Eventually, hopefully, it's thinking. There we go. Antonio Gates did not play a single snap of college football. He signed as an undrafted free agent. Yeah, Antonio Gates was a beast, man. All right, Antonio Gates makes the Hall of Fame. All right, so let's manage our depth chart here. I mean, this is preseason, so maybe we sim up to the regular season. So let's weekly strategy. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, that's fine. We can stop him. Stop Josh Sweat. And we need to change some stuff here for sure. I want to get Stanford on there. Uche I'd like to get in there. Wow, we got a lot. Where are... Oh, they're already up there. Where are all my rookies? They're already there. Kevin Adams... I want to go Kevin. I want to go Uche, I think. Yeah, so we'll run with that. We've got some really, really good young players that we drafted in this draft. We're just going to advance the week. We're not going to watch the preseason, but we will go back and look. So we lose. That's fine. I don't really care about off-season. So 85 offense, 81 defense, 83 overall. Stick with the same players. Let's get them some training. think we should take a look at the depth chart just to be safe. So we've got Parrish, Brissett, Crawford, Stanford, Carr, Morris, Hebert, Ricard is fine. Lamb, Myers, Lincoln. We got some good wide receivers now. Lamb, Myers, Lincoln, Adams. Henry and Keene as our 2 tight ends. Wynn. Left guard is on Onwenu. Center is Andrews with Gentry backing him up. We got Moody as our right guard with our young Mcallister backing him up. Trent Brown, our offensive line is set. Winovich at left end. Agnew is a rookie. Tillery's... Yeah, we're fine. We'll stick with that for now. We may end up moving on from Tillery. Barmore and McCullough as our 2D tackles. Barry Madden in there as our number 3. Timmons as our starting left outside linebacker. Yup. Barnes and Gooden as our middle linebackers. That's good. Right outside linebacker, Uche with Hodge backing him up. Jackson, Jones, Hughes, Williams, Barclay. That's fine. Middleton, we may need to look at upgrading at free safety at some point. Or, very simply, we can make Marcus Smith the starting free safety. What happens if we do that and make Middleton the backup? I mean, he stays at 75, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we'll stick with that. Let's advance the week. So we lose there again. That's fine. I don't care about losing preseason games. Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner. We'll stick with training for those fellas. Uche's almost leveled. Stanford's almost leveled. My phone keeps beeping. One of these days I'll remember to shut it off prior to recording a video. We do get upgrade this time. And it's 2 bad players, so wonderful. Angelo Pritchett. And Goldsberry. Let's advance. Let's do the upgrades. So we got to cut 11 players, and we'll call it. So good. Parrish, that's awesome. The Parrish upgrade. The Parrish got better. We'll see what year number 3 brings for him. It might, I don't want to say we're looking for his replacement, but if we can find a quarterback in the high 70s that's a star potential, that's going to benefit us, obviously. So we need to cut 11 players. It's probably mostly wide receivers, right? Yeah, we will cut him. We will move Taj Barrett to the practice squad. We'll move Ernie Cummings to the practice squad. We will cut Lattimore. We will send Sidney James to the practice squad. I mean, we may as well move all these guys to the practice squad, right? Like anybody that we can. Let's cut Francois, save $1 million. Move McQueen to the practice squad. Move Garrard to the practice squad. We got to send one more player down. Patchett. Move him to the practice squad. All right, so we have our 11 players. Let's advance the week. We'll make sure our depth charts and everything are set, and then we will call it an episode. So most of our practice squad players were signed. Wonderful. Terrific. Set the season goal. We're going to make playoffs. I think let's just manage the staff real quick and upgrade the... let's put our upgrades in. That's not where I wanted to go. That's not where I wanted to go either. Oh, come on. Manage staff. Franchise staff. Talent tree. Ugh. And I was going to player personnel, right? Yeah. Discount for CPU players. Yep. Let's upgrade there. 22 points left. Scheme fits increased interest. Why can't I put that in? Oh, because I got to do this one first. All right. Okay, so we spent all of our points. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. So a huge defensive upgrades, I think. By the end of the year, these guys are going to be studs. So let me know your thoughts. We've gone 9-8 the last 2 years. Where do you think we end up this season? I'm going to go with 11 wins. I think 11-6 is our target this season. Let me know your thoughts. Next episode will be probably weeks 1 through 4, 1 through 5, something like that. But I appreciate your support, guys, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.